Hello, brother. This is a special video for all who care to watch about the Tusk. A very good friend of mine, a special person, a brother, so to speak, asked me if I can make a video, special video about the Tusk, kind of summing up what is about the Tusk, how it sounds, a fresh video. Yeah, and I always like to play and show the Tusk, talk about it. Some data as a starter. It was Jalu's personal hierarchy from 1969 to 2000, if I remember correctly. It was one of those, if I remember correctly, 386 hierarchies that were treated with glycerin. I hope I spell it correctly here. A man from New Zealand, David Howell, was living with Jalu, and he was an expert in wood crafting, and he had the idea, let's try to put the best hierarchies you have in 1 year in a tank filled with glycerin. So they did. It was very expensive, as I heard, so they made it only for 1 year, and those glycerin hierarchies have a special sound, because the glycerin pushes out the moisture of the wood, I guess by osmosis, and so it's absolutely dry, this wood, and most likely will never crack because of that. And it has this very open, bassy sound, crystal clear overtones, and in general the glycerin hierarchy sound that you can find only in this 386 hierarchies. But this one is even special, even more so, because it was one of the first, maybe the first, to put in the tank, and it fell down, and nobody wanted to go into the tank and take this one out, as it was in his raw status. So it laid there for 1 year, much longer than any hierarchy. I heard all the other hierarchies only for 1-2 days, but this 1 year, and this made something with the sound. Yeah, it's fully open and spacey, and has a bass, wonderful, and the whole sound package is one of unique quality. Yeah. And you can tell by the way Jalu crafted it. He took not only pride in what he did. This is, I guess, at least one of his masterpieces, if not the masterpiece. He loved it and played it, as I heard. Not only maybe a lot, but it was special to him. He said, this has in it the power of the lightning. It caught the power of the lightning. The how can I say, the story how he saw this, got this, is also special. I heard it and forgot many things, but it was kind of like he drove with David Howell and my teacher to the place where David Howell crafted his yirakis, and Jalu said all of a sudden, stop the car. And they thought, Sven and David, oh, what's now? Is he angry? Does he want to destroy the place where David crafts his yirakis because Jalu took a motor saw and maybe did not look friendly, I don't know, but they were afraid somehow. And yeah, he jumped then on a car parking beside a tree, eucalyptus tree, and he saw one branch of this tree, cut it, and it fell down on the car. I heard with a loud bang, and smiling then, saying, this has the power of the lightning. So it's a very powerful yiraki by its you can say religious meaning, as the Aborigines, the Galpu clan, views the world. Yeah, I show now some details how it looks in detail. I should mention the coating is not only a clear lacquer, but it's piano lacquer. And I saw many coatings made by Jalu. It's mostly, normally, wood glue, waterproof wood glue, and that's fine. But this here feels and looks differently. It's sturdy like a tank, the whole thing, and the lacquer. And it has a shining about it, and it's feels different. The haptic sensation is quality. I never saw any other yiraki of Jalu having this coating. One moment, no, I had one other similar like that, also stored in glycerin. It has almost the same finish, but not that quality. Yeah. So he chiseled it out in the bell, but it was obviously a big bell also before chiseling it out. He had made a mouthpiece that was very fine, very small in inner diameter. It's a heavy one. Oh. And it was made from wood, dust, and glue, but it disintegrated with the years. Sven opened it up a bit. It was way too small for him, and I found it also being very small. So after many years, I had the courage to, I show it in detail in a minute, I had the courage to do a eucalyptus mouthpiece insert. I made a video about it, Jalu's Tusk mouthpiece 2.0 or something like that. And it was demanding, very hard work. it worked out. I worked it, in fact, over 2 or 3 years after it, opened it a little bit more, and now it is really perfect. So it's, so to speak, a mouthpiece 3.0. Sucking the lips in and very comfortable. Some other tricks I did. Oof. Yeah. And I think it does justice, this instrument. In fact, it had more sounds then and played without any danger of making some mistakes or losing the sound. Yeah, it worked out very well. So, brother, now you know. And it's a one of a kind. See ya.